Hi, boys and girls. Today in social studies, we are learning about innovations. And innovations are some change in technology or a way of life that makes our life better, easier, or better in some way. Our learning target: I can identify ways people communicate that make our life better so I can understand the difference the changes made. I will know I have it when I explain how communication changed over the years and the effect that change had on people. Our focus today: ways of communicating and how it has changed over the years. How do you communicate? Do you wave? Do you say hi? Do you call someone on the cell phone? Do you send an email or a text? Those are all ways of communicating. Our vocabulary: telephone is a device you can talk on. Cell phone is a portable device you can talk on. Email is a way of communicating that sends a message to someone. And I remember when I was a little girl, when we first got a telephone, we were so excited. But we had a party line, is what they called it. 3 other people were also connected to this phone. So you couldn't just go over and pick up the telephone and call someone anytime you wanted to, because one of the other parties or people on this line may already be talking to somebody. So it was a little frustrating, but it was so excited just to have that technology and that way of communicating. A computer is an electronic device for storing and processing data. Communicating: sharing your thoughts and ideas with someone, letting your ideas be known. Innovations: a new method, idea, or product. We are learning about innovations today, and innovations like the telephone, computers, televisions, hot water heaters, refrigerators, heating and air conditioners, automobiles, farming equipment, receiving mail, and many other things have truly changed our lives. I remember my parents used to talk about sitting around and just listening to the radio because they didn't have TVs to just turn to a channel and watch their favorite show. They had to sit around and listen to a man or a woman on the radio, and usually it was a man, and they would listen to certain shows, talk shows, or there may be a play or a drama that was on the radio, and they got to listen to that. We are going to focus on one innovation today and how it has changed over the years and the effect it had on our life. We're going to focus on communication, and communication has definitely changed over the years. I've included a PebbleGo article, and it's about communication then and now. Remember, the username for PebbleGo is Dry Ridge. The password is read. And remember, you have a choice. You can read the PebbleGo article. On the page, there will be tabs at the top, and each tab is a different page. So you can click on the tabs and read the article yourself. Or if you choose to, you can click on the yellow speaker, and that article will be read aloud for you. You just have to click to the next tab at the top so you can go to the next page. But remember, that is your choice. And there's a lot of good information in that PebbleGo, that primary source, about communication and how it's changed over the years. I've included about telephones, just some information. I remember our telephone at home was hooked up to the wall, and that's the only place you could stand. It wasn't cordless, it was attached to the wall. And if you were talking on the phone, you were pretty much in that position and that position only until you ended your conversation, and then you could walk away. And then they came up with cordless phones, and we thought that was amazing because you could walk over, pick up the phone, and you didn't have to stay in that one area, and you could just take off and walk around the house and talk and have your conversation and communicate to others in that way. And now a lot of people don't have a phone at home. They have their cell phone, which is very mobile and can go anywhere. So phones have really, really changed. They've changed so much over the years. They used to be mounted into the wall of a room. Now they're portable and easily accessible at any time, day or night. The ways of communicating have also changed over the years. Writing a letter and sending it to someone by mail can take several days. However, sending a person an email or calling them on the cell phone takes only a few seconds. These forms of communication had an effect on our life by making it easier and more convenient to share something with someone. For your independent practice today, you have a communication sheet like this. My goal is that this sheet is for you in Google Classroom. I really, really hope that works out, where you just have to look at the picture. This is a cell phone. This is a radio. This is a telegraph. This is an internet. This is a telephone. This is a television. So you would look at each communication invention and you'd put them in order, starting with the earliest and ending with the latest. So what innovation happened first that definitely impacted and changed our lives? And then what happened after that, and after that, and after that. So I just thought this would be a really, really neat way. If something happens and this document does not show up in Google Classroom, you can get out your spiral notebook and you can write about telephone, and how you can write about something you learned about the telephone by reading the Pebble Go article. You can write about a change that the telephone has gone through or how it's changed. You all probably only know the cell phones, and that's how we communicate by phone today. But reading the Pebble Go article or thinking about other forms of communication, how do you think that has changed our life? We can just go over to a computer and bring up an email and send someone a message or our thoughts or ideas. So really, really think about that. I really hope this document will be in Google for you, and all you have to do is drag the pictures of each innovation up to where it should be on the timeline. But if it isn't, you can always get out your spiral notebook and respond by how has a cell phone, the telephone, changed your life, and or how has it changed over the years just by reading the Pebble Go article. And then remember, I want you to think about reflect on this lesson. I know it's a lot of information. And I know when we're looking at the past and learning from the past and thinking about what we have in the present, it's sometimes hard. But just think about, in this lesson, was some part of the lesson a struggle for you? And remember, those productive struggles, they're okay. Or did all of this come easy for you? And it was easy for you to visualize and see how telephones and communication has changed over the year. Enjoy over the years, not just the year. It changes every year, but over a span of years. So enjoy learning about innovations.